what's coming in 2025 and beyond? Well, I think many of us right now need to get a bigger picture on what that is to keep everything in context amidst all the changes that are going on. And I think a lot of us are looking for clarity right now. I mean, really, who isn't these days? So let's look at the years ahead through the lens of numerology to see what's coming our way. And the spoiler alert, it's going to be very different from previous years, or really anything that any of us have seen in our lives. To really understand where things are going next year, let's look at where we are right now. This has been an 8-year, and that means massive change. I mean, really, think about it. It's been like a cosmic reset button, and I think coming into this year, many of us didn't know what kind of reset this was going to be. Was this going to be like a World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab economic reset, the Great Reset, or was this going to be like a MAGA 2.0 reset? And well, by now we know what kind of reset this is going to be, and the ripple effect is already being felt throughout the world. It's a catalyst for growth. But first, we're going to have to release and let go of some things. And for many, this has felt like trauma and drama. So that brings us to 2025, which is a number 9 year. And 9 represents endings and culminations. By the way, I'm a life path 9, so I can tell you a lot about it, okay? But fear not. When I say endings, culminations, and that's kind of a carryover from last year with that 8, is a death rebirth cycle, right? 9, both, these numbers are about endings. But the cool thing about a number 9 year is it's 3 threes, and 3 is a very divine number of creation, creativity. And so, yeah, you multiply 3 times 3, super divine, super fated. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's going to be some endings, right? And some loose ends that need to get tied up, and some karma that needs to be answered to, okay? So whatever loose ends get tied up this year, whatever chapters of your life close this year, whatever door shut this year, you better believe it's part of the bigger plan. But do you trust the process? Do you trust the plan? This is a year of ending, releasing, letting things go so that we can step into creative new beginnings that are divinely guided. But yes, it's going to take an act of faith to trust. Day 26, this is where the newness actually begins, because this is a 10 year. 10 is 1 plus 0, breaks down to 1, right? 1 is new beginnings. And it marks the start of something that is kind of in its infancy, so you might not totally see it. But we're planting seeds for something bold, something fresh. And even though it's a small beginning, we might not fully realize at first. These small starts take time and will manifest eventually, right? So be intentional about what you are doing in 2026. Make sure you're not bringing into 2026 stuff that needed to be cut off, ended, parted ways with back in 2025 when we were in that 9 year, right? We don't want to bring in old toxic patterns and cycles into the new by 2026. So next year of 2025 is to, do a cosmic closet cleaning or spiritual closet cleaning of things that you're not taking into 2026. 2027 is when things start really aligning, because that is an 11 year, which is a master number. So it could very much indicate a time of alignment, things really aligning for us, for humanity being more on point with a sense of purpose and destiny. It's a time when things can start feeling like they're actually coming together for a change. I know some of y'all want to hear this is happening in 2025, but we got to clear a lot of stuff out first to get there. And yes, what gets cleared out, some people might not want to let go of, but it's got to, so that we can make way for this new beginning and this alignment in 2026, 2027. And at that point, I think people are going to start feeling like things are more coming together, more flowing, and you start setting into the new groove that was set, the year ahead, that maybe you didn't realize, oh, this is the new groove back in 2026. It starts kind of setting in by 2027, and you get into more of a flow of, oh, okay, I get this. In a nutshell, what we're looking at between 2024 and 2025 is intense changes of letting go, releasing, closing chapters of our lives, and answering to karma, especially when it comes to old narratives, outdated beliefs. And, keep in mind, like I've said before, this is not always going to be easy for everyone. It might be downright painful at times. And yeah, it could maybe not be until 2026, 2027, where things start feeling like they're actually falling in place at that point, or that you're feeling familiar or settled on the way things are now with the new changes. And so yes, the next couple years for us, 2025, 2026 for some, could feel a bit disoriented, as have, the last year of 2024. But the purpose is to get us to reorient toward something new, to clear out things that have been in the way of new growth, new expansion, new beginnings, and have us arrive at a place by 2027 where things actually feel more in alignment with our divine destiny.